Hi everyone. Today's video is about GST configuration. So for a GST configuration, we have to do some setup business vertical GST number creation for company and mapping HSN code and SAC and GST reference number sequence groups, import configuration and deploy to the specific company, tax configuration, sales tax hierarchies, and maintain hierarchies. Then we need to create the GST number legal entity and we have to map. And the same time we have to create the GST number for customers, and again we have to create the GST number for vendors, and we have to assign the vendor master. In the same way we have to create the site and warehouse, and we have to assign the GST number, and the item master we have to assign the HSC, HSN or SSA code on item master. So these are the main setup for GST number configuration. So this is a very important. So based on these setups, so we can complete configuration for GST setup, and we can force the invoice. So first we need to create the one by one. Under tax model, just collapse it, go to the setup and sales tax. Under sales tax, there is option business verticals. Yeah, click the business verticals. So business vertical in the sense the nature of the business. Suppose it's a manufacturing industry, we can create the manufacturing industry business vertical, or else we can it's a trading business, it's service industry. So based on a business category, we can create the verticals. If you want to create the new one, just click new. Already existing some are agro, electrical, and fertilizer manufacturing, retail, and service. Now I'm creating for a new business vertical. So I'm creating here defense. Just we can give the same description, copy and paste, or we can elaborate it. The entity code should be order because already 6 created. Just I given the next number 7. Save it and close it. The next one is GST number creation for company and mapping. There is enterprise tax registration numbers. In the tax tab, there are we need to select the GST. Here is company, customers, vendor. If you want to create GST number company, you have to select the company. So then click new, and registration number on the right side. We need to give the GST registration number. GST registration number should be 15 digits. First 10 digits are phone numbers, and should be start with the state code 36. For example, it's Telangana. It should be at 36 before. Then we have to another additional 3 numbers. In description, you can write anything. can write anything, Sunway, NC or Sion. So we can read a description. You can write company name or any other. And business vertical we have to select here, which is created earlier, defense. So we need to select the defense or any other. Just I'm selecting here retail, and it's shared. You can enable it as shared, or else you can save it. So GST number is created now. Then go to the organization administration and legal entities. So we need to assign the same GST number on legal entity. Click on addresses, click the more option, then click advances. Here is there is a tax information. Yes, here is we can add here tax information. Click add. So we need to write here a name of the description. So on my answer we can write anything description, and enable primary and select the GST number which is created earlier. If you want to TAN number add here for we have TDS applicable, we can assign here TAN number. So right now I don't have any TAN number, so but not assigning here. So and it's reference number sequence group is mandatory. Fourth one is reference number sequence group. So we need to create and assign here. Fourth point. You can create here number sequence group is click new. Go to the tax module. Under setup, under sales tax, GST number sequence, GST reference number sequence group. You want to create the new one, click new. The name you can you have to give some name here. Just I'm giving GST San YNC. Description you can give same thing or you can change it. then save it. Once save, below details are source and reference number sequence code will come default. So we have to create the new one. Just click the save, or else you can refresh. The automatic three fields will come: source and reference and number sequence code. So here is we need to create the number sequence code, and we have to assign here. These are the accounts payable or receivables. We have to create the number sequence, and we have to assign here. Here is accounts payable under debit note, credit note. Click the right click and go to the view details and click new. So I'm creating the number sequence. So credit note, debit note. That's the reason I given the shortcut CR and DR in credit note. So name you can give, and so we have to select the scope company, and company we have to select the San VINC. In the constant we have to give the format here. We want to give the continuous number sequence, we have to enable, then save it and go back. The next we have to assign the same number sequence here and go to the next. Click the right click for a revised invoices, click new. In number sequence field, so I have given RINV revised invoice, and under scope we have to select company, and we have to select the company. The same way we have to give for number sequence code for all, like stock transfer receipt, stock transfer shipment, or GST invoice. So we need to create all number sequence, and we have to assign same here. So number sequence group created here, and just assigning here for important, which are important for GST setup. So then go back, create a number sequence group. Third points of finish. Then we have to create the HSN code or SSC codes. The tax setup HSN codes. Click the HSN codes. Click new here. Here is a chapter heading, subheadings we have to fill. So we need to check GST number here in Google. Just laptop HSN code is 8471, and the percent is 18. GST number 18. Yeah, yes, that is correct. 8471. So under chapter heading, we need to give 8, 4, 7, 1. Okay, just save it or press tab. One more. Substratical suffix is 3. Save it. Once you save it, HSN code field is updated automatically. So not required to fill again in HSN codes. In the description, you can assign here personal laptop or any other you can write here. Laptop, public or PC. Then save it. Just I created only a single HSN code and go back. Service accounting code, SSC code. If you want to give SSC code also, so you can give it any kind of service business we have. So it is applicable. That's the reason we have to give. Otherwise, you can leave it here. If we want to create, click the new and we can assign here. Rent is a service. If we have the rent business, we can type rent or any kind of transport service. We can type here. So laptop repair services and code. SSC code is 998713. So we can type here 998713. Description is maintenance and repairs. Save it. We can give the description, save it and go back. So HSN code, SSC code is created. The next step is import configuration and deploy to a specific company. So we need to first configuration. So then we have to deploy to a specific organization. So GST number mapping legal entity already completed. That's the reason I highlighted in bold. So then we need to create the GST import configuration and apply to the specific company. So direct you can import from the LCS, or we have to download the tax document from the LCS, then we have to upload. So there is a two process. If the latest version, we can directly import from electronic report, or else we need to download the tax setup 3 files, then we have to upload. So go to the organize administration workspace and electronic reporting. Go to the modules, organization administration, works under workspace. Click the electronic reporting. Here is the the Indian localization configuration. So we need to create here configuration. Under related links, there is a configuration providers here. Already I created earlier one sample, so I want to create the new one. So import configuration version updates. So click the configuration provider. So there is a Microsoft is default. So I'm creating the new one. So already earlier created, but it's not deleting. So I'm creating the new one here. Name you can give anything. The name you can give anything. There is no specific format here. Just I'm giving the legal entity name here, and the same way you can give the internet address. Web address we need to give. Save it, then go back. So here is a configuration providers are Sanvi and see who we have created, and we have to set active. Then it's tick mark. We have got the tick mark here. This is a configuration providers for our legal entity. Under configuration, so here is we need to upload which is download from the LCS. We have to upload here. Under GST configuration, taxable document. Click the exchange and load from the XML file. Here is select document from the folder. India GST file. We cannot override it to version. Maybe this file is all uploaded. Why it's coming error? The GST India file is uploaded. The three files actually taxable document, tax document, and tax India GST file. Maybe already three files is uploaded. Maybe I think it's overwriting error. I think the file is not overwriting. So taxable document is already uploaded. So I'm trying to re-upload. Cannot override. So maybe I think it's not taking. It's enough. The three files are already uploaded. So anyway, I'll try to one more again. I cannot override version. Okay, already three files are so downloaded and uploaded also, so not required to bother. So we will go with another set of tax configurations. Go to the tax module setup, then go to the tax configurations, then click tax setup. Here is already created existing one Srihana NC. So if you want to create a new one, click new. Or else you can go with the existing ones. We'll try to delete the old one. Just refresh it, and version and reference is not updated, so it will update once configuration done. Here is there are two options in configurations: tax configuration and report configurations. Click new. So we need to select the tax India, which is uploaded earlier. Save it. Now the configuration provider is Microsoft. Synchronize. Click the synchronize. Then click OK. Presently status showing is as a draft. So now status has been changed available. So we need to activate it. So we need to select company here. So just I'm selecting here SRI INC. Then activate it. Now status has changed to active, and go to the tax setup. The configuration versions, so we need to click drop down and select tax India GST file. Yes, documents are updated here. Here is a reference and versions are not updated, so because we did not select in configuration setup. So go to the setup and we have to update. Here is in the custom duty, so we can upload here custom duty. If your excise duty is applicable, we need to set up here. We have to assign the GST number and percentage. Here is there is option load and inventory percentage. So if you want to add in a particular item, so we can update here GST load and inventory percentage, or else we can directly set up on GST, CGST, IGST and SGST. So but here are not assigning any custom duty and load on inventory percentage. Here is a load on inventory percentage and GST for we can give the percentage here, and go to the direct GST. Under GST, we need to assign the GST number. We have to select the legal entity GST number. So here is in the legal entities. So we have created three GST registrations. We have the multiple GST registration for same legal entity. We have the different branches like Hyderabad, Bangalore, and Chennai. So we have to give the three GST number, but here is the one legal entity. So we have to give the one GST number only. So once we have to give the GST number, then save it. Here is the values. There are posting type and main accounts are updated here. So according to the posting type, we need to assign the main account here. So here is tax recoverable, tax payable, tax expenses, interim payable in the sense RCM, relevant to the RCM. So we need to assign the all main accounts. So recoverable, so 131110. Then tax payable. This is CGST, so we need to type starting CGST, then it will come easily. So CGST recoverable. So here is we need to give the GST rates here. We have to select the HSN code and or SSC code. So I created already earlier HSN code for the laptop. So same here I am assigning for HSN code. So we need to give the percentage. If the CGST or IGST, just we need to give the 9%. If the IGST, we have to give the 18%. So I am assigning for the CGST. That's the reason I have given 9% only. If you want more add, you can add here. Reverse charge mechanism. If any RCM is applicable, we have to give the RCM. SSC code only for RCM charges. Any kind of service or price charges, we can give the SSC code and we have to assign the percentage. Then SGST. SGST. So we need to add the GST registration number. Click add under conditions. Click the drop down and select the relevant GST number. Company GST registration number. Then refresh it. Then values, posting type and main account fields are updated. So we need to select again for SGST main accounts. GST expenses, then interim payable. Here is updated HSN code and GST percentage. If you want any reverse charge mechanism, so we can update SSC code and we have to give the percentage. If you want to add a particular inventory and particular item master and GST, so we can update here load and inventory percentage. So I'm not updating on load and inventory percentage. If we have, so we can add HSN code. We can give the party registration number and percentage. If you want a particular party and particular item, so we have to update here. Then IGST. Again, we have to add the registration number. We have to update the main accounts. So if the CGST TDS is applicable for your business, so you can update here. Otherwise, you can leave it. Save it. And report configuration. So we need to select the currency and settlements period here. Then only the version will update. So we need to update for all CGST, SGST. If you have any import orders, then we have to select yes, otherwise we can leave it. and as these express providers also. Now the status showing is a dropped, so we need to activate. So now status has been changed to activate. Now the tax setup configuration is completed. Now the next setup is a sales tax hierarchies and maintain hierarchy profiles. Go to the models, go to the tax model, and sales tax hierarchies. So already I created here a GST set of hierarchy, but here is GST is not updated. So the status now showing is active, and we need to enable user sales tax hierarchy also enabled, but GST is not came. Maybe so we need to create the new one. Under structure, we need to select the GT hierarchy only. I'll try to activate this one. Click the synchronize. Again, the GST is not updated under structure. Maybe there is no option. I think we need to create the new one. So that will try to the next setup, maintain hierarchy setup, GST setup. So effective date, we need to select from the financial year starting. Then click OK. Then GST number mapping on legal entity. So I think we have already done this one. Under administration, legal entities, under addresses, so we have to update the GST number. Go to the tax information with GST is already updated. So if you want to change, you can change here. So go to the edit and we can change here. So first we have to give the primary. So we have to enable primary here. So enable primary for us on GST here. So we have to give the GST number here and already enable primary is. If you have any TDS number also we can update here. So Lenovo vendor, so click the edit. So under addresses click the more options and click advanced. So go to the tax information and we need to assign the vendor GST number here. So already created here and updated. So GST number is already updated with Lenovo INC, so not required. If you want to add address number for another vendor, so you can update here. Next we need to update the GST number on customer master. Go to the account receivables customers, then click edit. Under addresses click the more option, again go to the advanced and go to the tax information. Yes, under tax information click add, so we can type the name. So we need to select the GST number here. So ITC GST number is maybe is not created for ITC customers. So we need to create the legal GST number, then we have to add again. So without GST creation, so we can't add on customer master or vendor master. So ABC vendors. So I created for ABC vendors already registered GST registration number, so we can add it. So first we need to create the GST registration number, then only we can add. Go to the tax information, click add and give the name. Then select the ABC vendor. This is already created. update service accounting code also, SAC code. And if we want exempt GST for particular item, so we can enable here an item master exempt, or you can enable non-GST. Or if we want to give particular rate for item, you can give the tax rate also. Save it. Then close the window. So on vendor master, so we need to update the GST number. So on vendor master, under addresses, click the more options and click the advances on tax information. So we need to update the GST number here. GST number is already updated on Lenovo INC vendor. So we need to force the invoice. Click new. So select vendor. So Lenovo INC vendor, because we have already updated GST number on vendor. Select item 1001 laptop 1, because HSN code already updated in item master. That's the reason I'm selecting this item 1001 and click the three dots. So then we need to check on tax information. I'm saving the purchase order because the line updated. Unit price is not given, so I'm giving unit price is 10,000. Then click three dots and click on tax information. Some tax information on the location should be company legal entity name. Sure, legal entity showing address and tax information. GST number is not updated, but it should be updated automatically. So tax information not updated. That's the reason I'm selecting manually. And GST number 36AWXYD is updated, and HSN code also 8479 also updated. So we need to check in the vendor GST number should be updated. So vendor Lenovo INC also updated, and the location should be display the copy vendor name, and tax information should be show the GST number. So then confirm the purchase order. Once the GST will calculate, automatically tax document will appear on purchase order and action plan. So PO is confirmed now. I'm going to try product receipt. So invoice number not updated, so we need to give the invoice number also. Invoice number, invoice date. Then update man status, then post it. The vendor invoice posted, invoice number 1123. So we need to check whether tax calculated or not. Click on vouchers. Your GST is not updated on voucher level, so we need to check whether subledges are transferred or not. Just refresh it again. Under vendor transactions, open the transaction, invoice number 1123. So we need to check. So inventory clearing and acute purchase payable. So cost of returns goods, everything is updated except GST. Maybe something wrong in the setup. So we need to check setup again. We need to check the setup. We have missed something on GST setup. Tax should be calculated. Again, we need to check in tax model. So we need to check on GST number firstly. Here is a GST number is ending with 7L7U L7VU. So same GST number should be on legal entity and tax information, then only tax will come. Maybe I think GST number we should maybe different. I think we have configured. So we need to check whether it is same or not. Go to the setup. So here is L5 or 7. So here is we have mapped the different GST number. That's the reason tax not calculated. So we need to change the GST number here. Just we need to remove here and we have to select the another GST number. It's last one. In the same way, we need to update in now for SGST and CGST also. So in accounting configuration and GST setup, GST number updated, and reporting configuration also very important. So we need to set up for all CGST, SGST and IGST. And tax type should be select GST. Then save it. So reference version and tax reference India GST updated. Then organization, go to the legal entities. So same GST number should be updated. Go to the addresses and click more options and go to the advanced. Then go to the tax information. So tax information are already three GST numbers, but the primary GST number should be changed. So this is wrong GST numbers. So it's not unable to edit this. So we need to create the new one. In the name or description, we can write anything and select the right GST number, third one. Then enable primary. Then select a reference number sequence group. If you want to update a TAN number or TIN number, you can save it. Then we need to create the new purchase order and we have to check whether tax calculating or not. So I'm creating the new PO. So now for checking purpose, we need to check whether GST calculate or not. I'm selecting again for Lenovo INC. So PO is confirmed. So now the under purchase tab, a tax document is showing. So we can check. So now I am doing the product receipt. Then we need to, when we will check whether tax calculate or not. Just give the product receipt number. Then click OK. So we got some error message 14080 already used. So maybe someone is practicing on the same environment. In the action pane, click the purchase tab. Then in the tax document we can see the GST calculations. In tax information everything is updated, and so maybe tax definitely will calculate. So click on tax document. So here is tax is calculated 18,000 CGST and SGST. So in tax document view, it should be CGST 9,000 and SGST 9,000. And taxable value here is 1 lakh. So 18% is calculated 18,000. Say GST 9,000 and GST 9,000. Now we can post the invoice. If the IGST will directly show the 18,000. So everything is perfect. So we can post the invoice.